Good morning and happy Friday. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from New York. How's everybody doing today? Please hop on, tell me where you're from, especially if you've never been on before and this is your first time on Facebook with me or YouTube. Let me know where you're from. So today, first we're going to grab the glasses, as always, and then we're going to grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. This is very hot this morning, so I am going to put it back here so I don't get it all over me. Good morning, Meg. How are you? So if you're in the U.S., you have a long weekend this weekend. I know I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what your plans are. Mine will be probably floating in the pool and stamping. That's all I want to do. Okay, so we're going to get started. And what I'm going to do today, hi Matthew, hi Ginny, hi Patricia, Wendy. Thank you. Yes, definitely share my videos. Thank you all for sharing my videos. And both here and on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. If you're watching me on YouTube, don't forget to follow me on Facebook. And Patty, you say it's sunny in Florida? Oh, that's good. It's supposed to be sunny here too. It's 9 p.m. on Friday over here. Oh, that's right. You're at night. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Okay, so a couple of things. Still with the Something Old and Something New series. I'll be showing you the new Tasteful Touches and the Outgoing, which, oh, God, if you got this set or you want the taste, you need both of them. Okay, you need both of them. This is the Tasteful Textures. And, of course, they have dies, too. And I will show you that. But before I do that, everybody's been asking about my paper share. Yes, I am still doing a paper share. I can't show you all the papers because we don't have them yet. Even us as demonstrators can't get all of those till June 4th. But what I can tell you is there's 10 designer series papers. It's not the, there's smaller packs, but these are the designer series papers that are in the catalog that I will be doing the paper with, share with. There's 10 of them. You'll get 132 pieces of 6x6, because I cut them into 6x6. Some are already 6x6. Pieces of designer series paper. Some of them you will get 2 sheets, totaling 12. This particular one that I'm going to be showing you is let me just see in here. I'm looking for the exact name of it. In Good Taste, you'll actually end up with 24 sheets, and of course they're all double-sided. So if you've joined my paper share before, you know how that works, and I will put this in the description. So the paper share is in the US only. Sorry, that's all I can only do that. And you end up with 132 pieces of designer series paper, 6x6. The price is $40 garage pickup, or to be mailed, I do it priority, and that would be $48. Now, here's the thing, okay? If you join the paper share and pay by June 3rd, so that I can order everything on June 4th, I will send you a free pack of embellishments. Okay, they may be new ones, they may be retired ones, but you will get a free pack of embellishments. That's if it's paid, ordered and paid by June 3rd, okay? So I'm going to flip the camera, just so I can show you some of the papers that I can show you. Okay. So here are some of the papers. And you've already seen some of these because I've been playing with them. This is what we're using today. All right. So there'll be more information on the paper share. I just wanted to get that out there now. Okay. So let me grab my coffee a minute. And let's get started. Okay, so again, if you want to order from me, use this host code. If it's more than $150, don't use the host code because you want to get your own Hostess Rewards benefits, okay? If you're not sure how to do that, just contact me, stampersdelight.com, and you'll get my email there so that you can contact me, and I can tell you how to do it if it's over $150 so you can get some free merchandise. If you really, really want a lot of nice free perks, you can join Stampin' Up! And my team, stampersdelight.com. When I say free perks, one of the things is you can order some of the pre-order items, the new items, in your starter kit before June 3rd. Also, you get me as your upline. Should say teammate. And there's also a free Facebook page that I have with my team. So if you're interested in joining Stampin' Up! And my team, just contact me. Okay, so let's get started. So new catalog. Tasteful Touches. This is the stamp set. We have the Tasteful Textured Dies. I'm sorry, embossing folder. You can see that texture. And then you have these great dies. Now, I will tell you, even if you don't like this set and don't want to buy the suite or the bundle and save money, you'll want these dies. Look at these great dies. Great for any sentiment. Any sentiment. Love these. Okay, and for today, what I'm pairing it up with, which is being retired, is the Tasteful Textures. Let me bring that up a little closer. And there's 3 dies in here that you're going to see me use a couple of these dies. Look at those dies. Aren't they great? And they cut out, they make a nice cutout in your card. I'm telling you, these 2 sets, I can't believe how well they go together. All right, so we're just going to put this aside for a minute. Okay, I am back. Just waiting here. Gotta love technology. Gotta love technology. I'm back. I know it froze. Not sure why. It's a beautiful day out. Who knows? We did lose electricity. And I am back. Again, we lost electricity last night just for a second, and it was a gorgeous day out, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so just let me know that you can see me again. Thank you. All right, let's try this again. All right. Yes, anytime I freeze, I can see it from here, so I will, if I can, come back on. All right, so Tasteful Textures, Tasteful Touches, take 2. All right, so here's some samples I did with those. So I don't know if you can see it back here. I'll bring it real close. That's one of the cuts, the die cuts from the Tasteful Textures. So here's the first card. And yeah, too many people are on that. Too many people are home. You're correct. Okay, so this is the die that's behind this one. And this is the new paper. So I just cut that die out twice. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see where the blue, the Misty Midnight, shines through. And I think that's Misty Midnight because Moonlight, not Midnight. Okay. So here's the first card that I did. The second card that I did was, and I think these are kind of nice masculine cards for Father's Day. You're so special. There's the textured embossing folder. Now this is all with the new stamp set. Okay. Good things are sure to happen. That's the saying from the Tasteful Textures, which is the one going away. This one is with all of the new. Look at that. I kind of cased part of this out of the new catalog, which you may or may not have yet. If you're a customer with me, you will get your catalog in the mail if you've ordered from me within the last 6 months, or garage pickup if you live near me. Now, these pieces right here are from our designer series embellishments there. You'll see me using those. They go really nice here too. And there's that gold ring. So there's another card. This one, and you can see I'm using all the designer series paper from this suite. And here's another cutout from the one that's retiring, the Tasteful Textures. And I'll put all the numbers in there too. And of course the flowers, and I use the blends. good things are sure to happen. I just love that saying, and that one is being retired. But you see how well it goes together, and there's the die from the new set. This might be my favorite. I don't know. Okay. So there again, we have that nice Designer Series gold foil paper. Here is ribbon that is retiring, the Petal pink ribbon. And you can see that I don't have any sayings in there because a lot of times I'm not sure what I want to say in there. So I leave it blank, especially if it's a thank you. Okay, so what did you think about those? Now I'm going to grab my coffee real quick. Hopefully we don't freeze. And we're going to get stamping. So the first one I'm going to bring in, and I'm really living dangerously since I already froze once on here. I'm going to bring in these pieces, which I've already cut. It's our card base. And of course, this is our normal 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is a smaller piece. And that is, let me just tell you, 3 1/2 by 4. Okay. For this one, I'm going to be using not only the new set, but A Good Man and Well Said, because I want to do something for Father's Day. So I'm going to take the Misty Moonlight. And you see I have an ink pad. We weren't able to pre-order these, but I did get this small one in my paper pumpkin, which I will be showcasing on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. I'm going to bring in this piece, and I'm going to bring in the embossing folder and my Big Shot. One moment. Okay, so I don't normally do this on camera because it does jiggle it a lot, but I'm going to bring this in. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my Big Shot here, and I'm going to do the embossing folder. So this is a new embossing folder, so I'm going to use the blue pad, or the blue plate. I'm going to bring in my Misty Moonlight. I'm going to sandwich that in. And I am going to bring this through. Now I'm going to have to turn this, so bear with me so that I can do this. Whoop. This is why I don't do it on camera, because it really does make a mess here. But every once in a while, in case there's a new person on here that's never seen it, we want to show you how to run it through the Big Shot. Okay. So we'll just move this out of the way because I'm going to need this again. And voila. So we have that nice textured piece. This piece, let me bring that up. There you go. This piece I'm going to layer right on top. Now you see I have a little, I want just that little bit of frame there. So I am going to go ahead and glue that down. And I'm just going to use my snail since I have it here. Anybody that's already received the catalog, how are you loving that? I'm going to put that piece right here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip that around. And right where that ends, I'm going to put the ribbon so you can see right there. Okay. Hi, Angie. Hi, Marlene. Yes, definitely leave me any comments, questions. I will get to those. Again, if you're somebody new that's never been on with me before, let me know. Okay, so I just nailed that down. Here's my Whisper White cardstock. Normally, you know, I would use my paper trimmer to get a nice crisp edge, but because this already froze once, I want to get through it without it happening again, so we're just going to go with it. I'm going to flip this on here. And you can see again, it's got very little white edge, so you can just barely see those edges. I have a saying, my die for my sentiment. And for this one, I'm using the Well Said. And let me just reposition this because I was playing around with it. You can see I didn't even clean it off. So bad. Yes, sometimes I do that. I forget. Okay, so we're just going to go with that. You can see I had it in brown. I'm going to ink that up and just put Father's Day here. I think the Tasteful Touches is a great Father's Day or masculine set. Okay, I'm going to put that right about there. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. This one I would use 3. There we go. Just going to put that right there. I think I need to put one on each end too to go over that ribbon. So I'm just going to sneak one right in there. There we go, to keep that down. Now I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to take a pretty good long piece. I'm going to take like 12 or 13 inches. And I'm going to do that bow. You lost me again? Anybody else? Because I can still see everything working. I can still see everything working, so if somebody else can tell me if I'm still on. I'm going to take this bow. Do that bow that I like. This is the way I've done this in the past. Patty, what's that? It's working okay. You have to understand, sometimes it freezes on your end, sometimes it freezes on mine, so I'm not really sure which one. Okay, so this one we're going to wrap around. This is the bow I did the other day, just like that. You see the fingers. Put it through these 2 fingers. A little hard trying to show you in camera. Okay. And then around, under, and then pull it. Okay. And just pull that tight. This is a double bow. And then I'm going to add that right here. So let me just get my glue dots. And add some glue dots here. And I might add a few more afterwards. At first I just have to get it down on the paper. I'm just going to put it that way. Did it sideways. I like that. Okay, I'm going to just trim those off. Nobody says a bow has to go up and down, right? And I'm just going to flatten that out a little bit. Just add that to the side. I like doing different things with the bows. There you go. Okay, and then for the outside here, I'm going to bring in some, let's see, of our new embellishments. Now these are the same color, so I want to put those where they're going to be seen. Okay, I always like to put one on the sentiment. That's just me. And then maybe another one right here. Nice, quick, easy card. So Father's Day, you're so special. No, I think I'll use this one. Just saying hello. That one's clean. Again, I'm using the Misty Moonlight. Or if you're like me, you're calling it Misty Midnight. Okay. Oh, you don't put bows on masculine cards? Sure, why not? You can. There we go. And then we got this little sprig of flowers here. Or, no, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to use this one. We got the feather. I'm going to go ahead and ink up and put the feather in there. There we go. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's see. You lost the sound, Patty? Well, hopefully it's you, and not that it's hopefully that it's you. I don't want you to lose sound, but hopefully it's not all of mine. Okay, the next one I'm going to do, and hopefully we'll get through these without anything else happening. Okay, let me bring this one in. Okay, so this one is Rococo Rose. You like that, Janice? Thank you. I'm going to fold this in half. Okay. And then this gets layered in the very vanilla. Again, 4 by 5 1/4. And then here's that another piece of that paper. And this is really cool because you can use either side. I mean, look at that. The tile side is nice. Maybe I will use the tile side this time. Well, let's try the tile side. Since this one, if you remember, I already have that nice designer series paper. Let's try this one. For this one, I'm going to bring in those retiring framelits, which is this one I'm going to bring in. Okay. And I'm just going to run this through the Big Shot real quick. So I'm not going to do that on camera again, only because I am afraid I'm going to lose you. So let me do it over here. Okay. So here we go. This is the framelit that I used from the retiring set. I just love these together. And we'll just poke that out. Oh, good. You're all okay there. That's great. Technology. I got a love-hate relationship with it. Okay. I'm just going to move those out of the way. Okay, so let me show you. You could use it this way. Or we could use it this way. All right. I have to use it this way. I just love this. Okay. So we're going to do it this way. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue this down. And that just, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to bring in this retiring ribbon. I'm going to add that up there. Now remember, I haven't done this one yet. These ones, you know, I don't have any cards for. I just have an idea. I'm going to put that right over here. So I was contemplating whether I was going to be on Sunday because it is Memorial Day weekend, and I was telling Janice that maybe I would not be on. But I want to show you what I've done with my paper pumpkin and the alternatives. And if you don't get the paper pumpkin, still tune in because you're going to see something I think you'll really enjoy, which you can incorporate with a set that you already have or might want to get. Okay, so we're just going to put that down there. I'm going to bring in some of these. You see, I already cut a lot of these out so that we have them ahead of time. This one I think I'll use this side maybe. Well, let's just say I'm going to bring in one of these great pieces of foil. Okay. Just off center that a little bit. So just a little bit of that is coming in. You see, do I want that one? Yep. That one I can still see the stitching. That's what I want. I want to make sure I still see the stitching. And you can use either side, by the way. You can use the white or the, I'm just going to try to bring that in a little bit. There we go. But I'm going to use, I just love the gold foil side, so we're going with that. And for some reason, this snail does not want to keep working. Might have to switch to my... There we go. Okay, we're going to add that right here. So you just see a little bit of that cut out. This saying right here, we're going to grab the Rococo Rose. And I am going to grab, let's see, you're someone special. Let's clean that one off. And of course, don't do this. Don't do what I'm showing you, okay? You want to make sure you clean it off. See, I just messed up my pad. Sorry about that. Okay. We're going to use, let me just see if I can do it this way. Nah, I like it that way. Let me see if this will fit in there. Because I want it to go this way, but I want this saying. Not really, huh? Let's try it again on the other side. It should fit. I just got to get it right in there. My stamp apparatus would have been perfect. Yes, there we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Okay, so this is going to go right here. And you see I have it off-centered. That's the way I want it, believe it or not. And I'm going to use the dimensionals on this. And yes, we use every bit of paper we can, so nobody's going to pull this up and look at the back side and say, oh, you stamped it wrong. Well, they might. I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to take this beautiful card apart. So I'm going to put that right there. Then I am going to grab the bow again and make another bow. It's easier to use the bow and have lots of room, an extra long piece, okay? Pinky, thumb, wrap it once or twice, however many times you want. When you wrap it, then you go through the fingers, pull it out. That loop in front, you want to go over and under. Pull that little piece of tail out. Pull that little guy right out towards you. Slip it off your fingers. Pam says if they do, they don't deserve the card. I think I agree with you. And then just play around with your bow. Okay, so you can make that tighter. And this ribbon, let me tell you, this ribbon works great with that bow. Okay, so we're going to put this down first. And then I don't want to hide that, so I want to put it towards the side here. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to cut off these tails. I'm going to leave these pretty short because I want that cutout to show. I'm going to grab some more dimensionals. And you can use whatever works for you. Dimensionals, tear tape. Put those right on there. And you can always add some more. See what time I got. Ooh, I got time because I'm on the late shift today. So again, I wasn't going to be on Sunday. I was just going to take Sunday off, but I'm too excited to show you what I have. So I hope you'll join me at 7 p.m. Okay, we're just going to add that bow right there. Okay, you are so special. And then for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in another retiring item, which this is probably one of the ones that really are going to kill me, even though we got some great new items coming in. And that is the Noble Peacock rhinestones. Love, love, love these. If you do too, you want to stock up now. Okay, and I'm going to take those nice pink rhinestones, and I'm just going to randomly add some. One thing I can tell you is I have tried to sit there and figure out where these things should go, and don't do that. Just randomly put them on your card, because that I find tends to be the best. Okay, so here it is. And again, I'll have the still shots shortly. You are so special. And this one I'm going to leave, I am going to leave blank because, again, I'm not sure what I want the saying inside. I am going to grab a piece of my Very Vanilla for the inside, ink it up with the Rococo Rose. that right in here. What do you think? Oh, you really love this card? Thank you. I'm loving this whole suite. Okay, let's see what... I want to get to one other thing. I have another card to do, but I'm not sure if I'll have time. So I wanted to show you something else. A little something different. Okay. If I don't... Let me grab it. It's over here. Okay. So, here is a full sheet of our paper, our designer series paper. Now, it is a little thin for a scrapbook page. I usually like to use cardstock. So, you could trim it down a little bit. And let me pull this out so you can see it. Okay. So, but you're going to put it in a book anyway, an album. So, for this one, I am going to use this as my base. Now, you remember these, the gold foil pieces that we're using. Okay. The one pieces that come out have this great frame. And you can use this for cards, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to off-center that. Okay. And I'm going to grab my Tombow. Move that out of the way. And I'm just going to dot some Tombow on here sporadically. I like to use every little piece I can. So you can cut this in pieces and strips for your cards. But I got looking at this and I thought, you know what? I think I can use this for a great scrapbook page. So again, I'm just dotting a little bit. If it oozes out a little bit, it's going to dry clear anyway. I just want to make sure there's nothing here. Oop, a little glob there, so we don't want that. So let's just fold this up. All right, so I'm going to bring this piece in again. I'm going to take this gold piece. The flower, Megan, is from the new stamp set, Tasteful Touches. It's in there. Okay. Yep. And I am just going to angle this just like that. Whoop. Get that where I want it. Just lay it down. This one side, though, I want to leave up. I don't want to angle that. I don't want to glue that down yet, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so I've already matted my photos. So I have this. This is when our visit to our kids out in California, Thanksgiving. And sometimes I mat my photos and sometimes I don't. But I wanted to mat these because I wanted them to pop off of this design. Okay, so that's the 4 of us. And then I have the 3 of us, my son and my husband. You see this one's not matted, the 2 kids. And what I want to do is I want to put that underneath here. Okay. And of course this is just my son and I. And I'm just going to put that one probably right here. I want the gold to show out. The pictures don't have to be straight. Now this piece right here is a leftover piece. I used an 8.5 by 11 to mat these. And this was a leftover piece. So it's not big enough, obviously, to mat that whole thing. So I'm going to do this. I was still matting it, but I'm matting it this way. Now, I just want to make sure it's going to fit on my page, which it will. Okay, perfect. And then I am going to, this one snail is not working too well for me today. I'm not sure why. The other one. Sometimes they want to be a little pill. All right. So I am just going to put a little snail on here first. And just angle that so that some of the blue shows through. All right. So let's get started. So this one has to go down first. Again, this was our trip to Santa Clarita. The kids live in Palmdale, but this was our trip to Santa Clarita one day. Let's move this one out of the way. This one I want under that gold piece. And you can see that this textured paper I mean, it's flat, but it looks textured. It's a great background, but you also want your pictures to pop out a little bit. So that gold, that little piece of gold just does it. Now, this is when I can press that gold piece down. Ah, Mom and her boy. I think I'll do this one first. There. So I'm going to do this one straight. I'm gluing it down with the snail. Going to add that one over here. Pictures don't have to be straight on scrapbook pages, okay? And then this one I'm going to probably do this way. So I want that little bit of gold showing. I might even lift this and put it under here. That's a nice thing about snail. I can also change it. Yeah, I think that, because I don't want to cut off Selena's arm. All right, so let's just snail that down. Remember I said I'd try to do some scrapbook pages for my scrapbooking friends and for those of you who have expressed an interest. Okay, so look at that. Quick, easy scrapbook page. Yeah, the effect of the foil just, I mean, it pops out. You can make your scrapbook pages as intricate as you want, okay? I don't tend to do too much. I mean, sometimes I do, but sometimes I just like this. Just that little bit of gold foil, which was a leftover from our designer series gold foil papers. These guys right here. Works. So there we have a great scrapbook page. Let's see what time it is. I've got enough time to do one more. Okay, so here's the card I'm going to show you. Now let me bring it up quick, because close, because it's designer series paper. I've got early espresso. I have gray granite. Who would have thought? Gray and brown, right? And I have this piece. So what I did was I brought in a bunch of colors. Espresso, Smoky Slate, and then I just stamped randomly different images. This one is from the Outgoing Tasteful Textures, and randomly, didn't even, you know, dark, light. The next one is the flowers. I'm going to do that in the early espresso. I think I'll, wait a minute, let me do the gray. Okay, the next one is from the new stamp set. We're going to go with the Smoky Slate. Again, I'm just randomly inking these up and stamping them. Okay. I don't think I'm using gray granite yet. And then I'm going to use the greenery or flowery in the early espresso, which that's really going to make it pop. But you see I'm doing it light and dark, maybe a couple out here. This one I want to keep open because I'm going to use that. Okay, now I already have one of these. You can see I used the feather here, so let me grab a feather. I already have that stamped and cut out, but I want to cut it a little bit more. I want it trimmed better because these don't have dies, just so you know. So I'm just doing a little bit of fussy cutting. Now here's something I never think about, and I thought about it last night. Our blends, we're always using, you know, the dark and the light blends, right? This is the bronze. I hardly ever remember to use the bronze, but I'm using it today, and I'm going right over that feather, which I stamped in black, but you could stamp it in the early espresso. When I'm going to create some cards, what I like to do is stamp a whole bunch of images, cut them all out at the same time, and then play around with them. So that's why this one was done in black, in case I wanted to use my blends, which I'm using. So again, don't forget about that bronze blends, okay? That kind of makes that pop out a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals. I think this one is another masculine card. I'm going to bring in those foil pieces let's see here. Which one do I want? And you can see the great foil pieces again. There's that big one. I don't think I want that one though. And where's the one that I really want to use? Let's see. This one's too big. That one's too small. So let's bring these in. You can see the one I used here. Maybe we'll use a different one. This one's kind of large. So let's just go back and look at these. All right, let's try this one. Since I'm already using that sheet, let's try the real big one. See how that one comes out. This is a smaller one, you say? Okay. This one might actually be too large, but let's see what we can do with it. Just going to lift that up a minute. Yep, I think it's going to work right there. Okay, there we go. How'd that worked. I'm going to bring in one of my already cut out pieces. This is going to go right here. I just love, you can tell I like that So Special, huh? Okay, so we're going to use good things. The good things in life are better with you. Now, of course, that's too large for that. So I'm going to use the You're So Special again. I'm going to bring in my dimensionals again. Yeah, I could cut it down, Jean, but I wanted to use the whole piece. If I cut it down, I'm not going to be able to use, well, I could. I guess maybe I could use it for something else. But I wanted it to really fit on that whole piece. So here there's the stem. There's the feather. I'm putting it down low enough so that you don't see the stem, but you see a lot of that gold foil. Look at that. Okay, so, but we do want it straight. So let's just do that. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to bring in my gray granite and my early espresso card base. My bone folder. And I am going to layer this up using the regular layers that I always use, my base layers. Half sheet of cardstock, then I got 4 by 5 1/4. And when I'm layering these, the Designer Series paper is 3 3/4 by 5. And that layers up real nice right on top of it. You can see that I'm using a piece that I already tried to stamp on. So we're using some leftover pieces. I'm going to bring in a piece of Very Vanilla. Good Things in Life. This could be for a Father's Day card for somebody that, you know, like maybe your brother. Going to bring in this just to do the front or the inside, and of course you always do your envelope. I'm going to put that right inside here. Oop, I got. Here's something I messed up. Okay, this was inky, so we'll fix that by adding that right there. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose so you knew how to fix a oops. Okay, so we're going to lay that right in here. I'm going to make sure my hands are clean because I'm just going to press it down that way. I think I got ink all over my fingers. Okay, Winann. And then I'm going to bring in the new doodads, the cinnamon cider, and add a couple of those to make it pop. And there you go. Love, love, love this set. And I love the retiring set. Okay, so let me bring them both back in. Everything so you can see the cards again. And I will do the still shots. You see the different gold foil pieces. Then we have these two. We have the Father's Day one. Another one cut out. One of my favorites. Nice masculine card. Yeah, the gold really does make it pop, Megan. And then, of course, this one. And not to forget my scrapbook page. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of Facebook Friday Live. And I hope you tune in on Sunday. Don't forget to share my videos, leave your comments, say hi. I will see you back here Sunday at 7 p.m. Until then, have a great weekend, a happy Memorial Day weekend, a safe Memorial Day weekend if you're here in the United States. And I'll see you back here Friday. Keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.